I was watching back some of how LEV play Deadlock on this map.
Yeah, it's pointless doing a clove. It's pointless doing a clove camera on this one. It's just not.
I really enjoyed some of the
okay, we got triple sheriff on defense. What the hell's going on? Triple sheriff and Primi on Sage gets raid bossed. Wall armor.
Yeah,
goes.
It's going to be a brawl. I don't think there was ever a question about that. Throwing in, like, you basically have a lot less duelists than maybe you'd have expected, but ones
the
that
Omen Sheriff, yeah, the Omen Sheriff is really bad.
Played as a duelist, even your initiator to an extent can be. And Primi, well, we've always talked about Battle Sage. That's an interesting wall. Just to get
you guys wanna? No way he gets that.
That's the only plan of it.
There's a trip, there's a recon, and they get the fast kill.
They've only just spotted out the cam, but they're going to get themselves into the after plant, and Tech's going to have to wait a sec before he can break the door.
Tell you what, these guys are not worried about what everyone else does. They're playing their own game out here, that's for sure.
They're kind of locked in, but they're still in an okay position. Where did the wall go? Oh, it's wall to get out of sight.
And he's done exactly that. Good round for Primi already. Let's see what else can be done. Governor. Oh, he's caught by Mazzino. That's the double kill that puts LEV back in it. And with Cruz on the site, he will not last long. Isolated. Primi's going to go for the ace. The wall drops at just the wrong
It's unlucky,
time.
man. I don't know why those two pushed through. I mean, I guess they had to get map control.
Again, you see a lot of the ideas that Talon have.
But it's 4v3. I'm not sure you need map control. It's like the whole thing of. So you're like conditioned. If you just have this map control, you're gonna lose. But if it's a 4v3, I think you're okay sometimes. And pushing through a smoke isn't the one.
Very cool on the attack side.
But I get that they need to take some map control. Like if this guy goes, they also didn't do it great. Did he block the first jump?
For Governor, he didn't have the slide to get out of that.
Wait, did he block the first jump? Okay, that's actually a little bit unlucky. Now I've seen it.
I think Ban had a good map.
I think he body blocked the first jump.
Calm, big fan. Love your darts.
Well, they had a Gravnet there as well.
Love this already, by the way. Getting this out early, like this is how you want to play against this comp.
That's a pretty damn good
shot.
Yeah,
you wanna punish them from getting this orb the whole time, right? Phoenix, obviously, they want to try double orb default all the time, so just spamming over towards B is the one.
Really saying it, but my disdain, I think, was audible. It's just not a good weapon, to be honest with you. Get a Guardian, less bullets, but you're gonna actually hit them for damage. That said, Shock Dart's done a hell of a job. Recon goes through, B main clear. Now you can start shifting right a little bit with Mazzino covering off mid. No one's there, so they've got a good idea that the A site is the intended hit with weaker weapons in play for Talon. There's no need for LEV to get aggressive, and this little jump spot from Tex will get them all the info they need.
He is somewhat isolated, although saying that, the players on the cross have definitely helped out, trying to conserve some ammo, but every shot fired makes him more vulnerable. Primi with another kill. He's getting closer and closer to that res, but everything else.
And they got a gun out of them. You're looking for some positives, they got a gun out of them.
Start, another pistol and conversion, and I said it last time, the buy that they have going into
a res very early.
Bonus, it's not the most conventional. At least from what we see in EMEA, you see a lot more rifles, but ultimately, they managed to make it work last time. So I'm not going to question it until they actually lose this round.
Yeah, I think just in general, we see the rise of the rifle second round, and then you even invest one or two more if things don't go the way you're planning. A lot of the time you can compete for that 3-0. For LEV, doesn't look like they're competing for it
I like that though. They go for the EG round with the recon over towards hip. They have a Ravnet that locks you in place so you can get spammed. That was cool. That was a nice bonus round from LEV. Like the idea.
Definitely
not
really
like
conventional Ares angle.
They might have copied this from other teams. I know a lot of teams are using this comp at the moment. But whoever came up with that is pretty cool.
A lot more tentative.
All pass and stack. We got the raid boss in terms of text that just has all the util for him.
A lot of players already here for Leviathan.
Four traps and an early camera. Okay, here we go. Let's see what the raid boss can do. He's got a lot of util to play around. Got a stinger? You gave the solo guy a stinger with 4 trips. Surely he should have had something better. Even a Spectre would have been better here.
Able to convert on the back of it though, has to slow it down slightly, and the spams are doing damage. Cruz and Jip Boys down low, but not out of the round just yet. And with the plant going through, the advantage most certainly sits with the attackers. Retake for LEV. And it's not going to be extremely strong. Most of their utilities
they had to give him the Spectre there.
I mean, even the
you had to.
Left, it's going to take some time.
It's going to take too long.
That was mental.
I think they might just have to make their move or go for exits. And well, the exits, if they can pick up an extra rifle, would be
let's see how much damage they can do, and they can pretty much all commit to this.
From the side of Talon, that okay, we need to start working to get out of here. We need to make sure that we're not being locked in. We're going to be able to escape, and you can see Mazzino attempting a couple of things, but it is all too easy for the side
honestly,
of no damage.
Very nice, man. Primi is farming them. I mean, he doesn't need it for his ult. He's still got his ult, but he's just farming.
For a while, and for Aspas, he's just going to hold on to an outlaw. That in the next round, not too much of an issue.
I'm gonna keep the outlaw, even though if you had died, you would have picked up an AWP. Wait, would you have picked up an AWP? 1-9?
And the slow play.
No, he wouldn't have had an AWP. It's actually not too bad.
Eliminating text from mid. This is what we want to see. Bypassing
some
of that deadlock utility as well. It was, I believe, a sonic sensor waiting for them. There were Cypher traps as well. Like, they definitely ran into a pretty heavy setup, but it didn't look like it. They made that one look easy. Now, though, I don't think we're going to see the same
He would have had enough no armor, right?
Yes, you still have the outlaw,
I don't know if he would have done it.
Well, we're not shying away from a battle with it. You can see Aspas very keen to take this fight. Dodges the flash, tries to block the reveal, but he doesn't get that
you're in trouble
now. Well, he's going to have to dodge these spams.
Yeah, the dash already gone.
Yeah, can I have a smoke, please?
You can see the switch up in setups, the sensors over on the A site now with deep control from King.
Gap in this.
Jip Boys has made sound. He is alone. This fight could end up being quite important. It either leaves Mazzino completely alone, or it makes this a bit more of an awkward fight.
Yeah, also love the fact that
for now,
they're bringing out the Odin all the time.
The problem, though,
he's gonna need another smoke.
Aspas is somewhat stuck in this corner, and well, blink and you miss it. 3 dead.
What are they doing? Okay, nicely done. Nicely done from Talon.
Hoping that they run into his trap, but that's not going to be the case. Big rotation. He just about misses his window. Does feed the information over, but look at the mid play from Jip Boys. He's there at just the right time. Calm left alone. Odin in hand.
Yeah. If I'm the LEV coach here, I am calling a timeout. I am not loving what I've seen.
Thank you. You're saying I've champions
back-to-back rounds.
In me.
Calling some kind of timeout.
No, I'm saying he has 0 kills.
All right, okay. Well, that's just not.
I can't be watching that.
But for Calm so far, it has been a little.
They'll definitely lose this map if they play like these 2 rounds.
I mean, Talon definitely stepping up to the plate in the early half.
Yeah, I like how patient they're.
Why did Aspas stay? Again, so I'm pretty sure Aspas looked to the smoke, realized there was a gap in the smoke, so he couldn't jump out again. He was just gonna get spammed. There was a definite gap like this side, so I think he just stayed the whole time, hoping that they wouldn't hold the angle the whole time. That meant that he could have crossed.
Fully prepared to just wait that one out. As you mentioned, the attack sides I think have been where they've really had a lot of ideas when it comes to the deadlock and the rest of this composition, but on the defense, want to see what else they have to offer. In this round, not a lot. It's the Guardian, it's pistols, an ultimate that will allow King to rotate maybe into the back of the B site if they need it, but other than that, the shoe is firmly on the other foot.
Take flight. Well, this drone is not an indicator of where the push is coming through for us. We can see that Talon are looking for control elsewhere, wrestling for a bit of mid, breaking the wall, making it look pretty clear that what they're attempting is an A split, and maybe that is what they're going for now. I started
a little bit low.
Shift, but yeah,
I'm just getting low. The pivot over towards B. This is nice. It only has a frenzy.
Have to enter a killing frenzy here. One is all that he finds,
good though.
And now the B site's wide open for the taking. Even the res used in this round. I don't think it was necessary, and he's been dropped right after.
Well,
yeah, that's a bit of a win for LEV. They'll take that.
That was a little bit unlucky. I think
did the res break the wall? It did, right?
I guess the thing is, with Primi being 8-2, I think he was sat there waiting for an opportunity to use the res. Aspas upgraded. Vandal in hand. King has taken his gun as well, and now the players are somewhat trapped in. I am looking though at Governor.
Yeah, Governor should mop him up.
Well, if he fires that recon, they're going to know.
Okay, chill now.
They absolutely know
chill
where
now.
he is now, but dealing with it might be another story.
Last time I said this, he did something crazy.
Comes the rifle, creates some space, and all he's doing is slowing them down.
Man.
They can't focus on the side hit with this snake in the grass behind them, and you can see a staggered Lev. At this point, they've reset to just making this costly. They know there's players trapped on that site that need to make a move. B-main control is theirs. And now just looking to catch them on the way to spawn. Big P, but a shot eventually lands. Mazzino out for a bit more, but he won't find it.
For King, just going down to the spike. Still going to be 3 standing for Talon. They rectify there. It looked like there could have been a moment where
you be honest, you don't think this is a one and done comp. You think it needs more effort long term to make sense.
Boys is now going to have his
teams on defense. Well, so I'm telling you, if a team on defense, it's the same as the Loud comp, like what EG did to Loud comp. If you use the double Odin against this comp, it won't get around on attack. Like a double Odin on defense here, unless you mess up and someone oversteps, like the only way you would lose a round is from like multiple ults, and even then I think you would be fine. I'm not sure they're going to do it, so it should be a pretty close game. But what an absolute shot, that's outrageous. Oh my god, and he was decayed and the shock was going to kill him and he gets out? Nah, that's nuts, bro.
Well, the metal not quite getting the kill across the line this time. Quick reaction from Aspas keeps him alive, but the same can't be said for Mazzino. He's died over on the B site, and Talon now know they've got a bit more space to work with. Pumping the brakes, taking a slower rotation away from the A site, keeping it in the back of Lev's head. But they might still be going that way. We'll keep Aspas in position. The AWP on the other side of the map is exactly what they want. B is going to be the new target. And this, like you're saying, Tom, the zombie comp, the fact that these guys can keep coming back from the dead, it is a challenge that Lev may find very tough to play against. Again, it's not what they've played in scrims. I'll tell you that for sure. Probably the first time Lev are coming up against it, unless they've had a crazy
they might just get absolutely annihilated. They did the hard part though. Getting through the choke points with this comp is the hard part. They go through the choke points, they get into after plants. But the comp's good at.
Quite there, but Lev have to push into them, and Aspas is miles away.
Got double molly. You got ult. Got one flash. Got like Sage Wall for extra angles.
Day 1 Ascent. Yeah, we're watching over the top of the wall.
But recon that didn't hit the other guy. Oh my goodness. Okay, now they know there's Sage here. Dude, Com did great. What a shot, man. That was fast, bro.
He was almost bang on. Putting things into an advantageous position for that defensive side on the retake, and the shots just aren't connecting. Cruz trying to cling to life.
Oh, I'm not sure they should be allowed to do that retake. Shout out to Com.
It's not going to be close.
Big round for Com on the Odin, burring them down, and now find himself an ult with the defuse. Got himself a couple of orbs, so we're going to have the Hunter's Fury online and ready to go. What we're also going to have is a timeout called by Talon. They've been equalized in round 6, now 3-3. And coming into next round, Jit Boys has the ult to work with. Cruz does too.
Yeah, just spamming that corner.
To make mistakes and still rectify. They want to make sure that they take full advantage of that. Last map, 13-11. That's probably why we see such an early pause. They know that a micro adjustment in the previous might have made the difference. A pistol round would have. They
one of the guns of all time. Yeah, against this comp as well, man. I'm telling you, I would get a double. No joke. If my team asked me, can we get 3 Odins? I would say 100% yeah on defense here. I probably would be fine with 4 Odins. I'm trying to think. What's the extent I would go? Would I go as far as 4? Maybe. Maybe 3 would be enough.
And that would be the plan, similarly to what we saw in the last map. But I think just making sure that Talon themselves get
5 would be too many. 5 would be too many.
Because bear in mind, it's a scenario where obviously I think we look at this group as a whole. I think Leviathan come in as clear favorites. People seem to be quite excited about Vitality.
Yeah, I like this though. This is a good way to do it, and then you just have the spam off.
But for Talon, especially with
the
how
peak gameplay. Just spamming through walls. Yeah, this is good though. They know they've been sussed a little bit.
I would have disagreed with that, but after seeing what I've seen, up against a team like LEV, because it's one thing doing it regionally. It really is, but when you come up against a squad like this...
They haven't been doing it recently.
That too. But even if you're a promising team there, how many times have we seen it? You step up to the international stage against
the best
a squad
Gecko map currently in the map pool.
Often it's a very different ball game, but in fact, I think
it's so good on every map.
Most surprised, most
probably Icebox, but
wall up,
like it's actually incredible on
undeniable.
every map, to be honest.
Again,
Sunset, Bind.
Multitude of reses. Jip Boys still has another opportunity. Aspas, though, is lurking around. A wrong angle taken or given up.
No way.
It's gonna be the flash.
He gets away with absolute madness, doesn't he?
Cruise. This time they can't bring him back.
Well, Jip Boys goes down.
Yeah, there's one of the reses.
Back in the fight. Has a little bit of time to try to make this happen.
X, no, my guy.
The ult looking to detain somebody. And in
Does
fact,
he at least get the info for the ult? Oh my god, dude, Calm is annihilating with the Odin. He's out here. Did he run out of bullets so he goes to the right click?
80 HP. Spike down, 40 seconds left. Trap waiting on his left side if he runs down the stairs. He's hurt.
And you can see that the pressure's like high. The amount of mad plays we're getting in this is so much more than like seasonal play.
Nice shot onto Calm.
Great shot.
Now the spike can be retrieved and sight can be approached. Maybe the plant goes through and a retake with King and Mazzino, two very strong players. But it's an
he gave himself a really good chance with the slow.
We've already seen some impressive stuff. This would have.
No, that's so unlucky.
Unfortunate timing.
Yeah, that's unlucky.
A very quick response.
Nicely done from LEV to stick them together.
I think maybe expecting that the slow would actually slow them down, but it seems like they were just happy to walk through it. And
yeah,
not
King
give
picks up
away.
the op as well. Pick up the op, pick up the Odin.
Taken once again for Leviathan. And for Talon.
Few priorities.
Well, I was going to say close, but I don't feel like that round was as close as it was. You think about the fact that they used the null command immediately. You also had the...
Bro, Com is like back-to-back
as well. Like,
in these rounds
doable. Two
doable.
ultimates to bring someone back from the dead, and you're still having two full HP players on the other side, and wow, Com doing fantastic work.
Wait, that's so stupid.
Yeah, that classic kill was really
dude,
nice.
little victory sip in slow-mo. Damn. Damn, dude. The replay guy's having way too much fun today.
For LEV. They've taken the lead, and now Talon still able to buy up. This is the benefit of this squad, having such a solid early half. They've got credits for days. We'll see an Odin on Governor, looking to counter out the spams that have been coming through from Calm. But this time again, he finds himself on the other side of the map. You'll see this little bit of versatility, swapping up positions.
It's interesting. Talon's chat, what's this guy called again? Is it Medal? Is that what we're calling it?
With Tex
whatever the damage is. They've actually been doing like good uses of it. Medal? Yeah, they've been doing good uses of Medal, but people are doing a madness each time. Like the util usage of it, it's been pretty good. It's just the fact that the LEV players, once they've eaten the util, have just done so well each time.
And that's going to lock them in, stuck in position. Com's already going to find an opener, and there's nowhere for Jip Boys to go.
Shots, man. Dude, this guy's aim is insane.
Has managed to put this back into an advantageous position.
Yeah, you could just get so many reses with a Sage that can frag like this. Raid boss, Com still alive. 5 people, 3v5. 2v5. Here we go.
Everything's on Com to try and hold the line. The reposition, he's wary that he's being surrounded, and he is slowly closed in.
This guy's aim, man, I'm telling you.
Kill of the round again. 13-4 right now.
Apparently he needed the Sage, not the Duelist. He was pretty good on the Yoru, but this is another level. Perhaps falling back to comfort. As we said, the Yoru was his second ever official. He has that many under his belt, and he looked decent. Now, looking absolutely fantastic. The res used in this round, bringing a player back from the dead, and the fact that he, on top of the wall, drops Mazzino, who had those traps. You can still see them in a pretty difficult position. As well,
the rounds have been so close that we have very low money here on these two. The saving's good. He can drop. You have 1,000 extra, so he could honestly probably drop 2. Yeah, they will be able to buy into this.
You're walking into trap wires. That's not the case.
It's got to be infuriating as well for Mazzino, because you put down the barrier. You're like, okay, I blocked them out. I can now look to try and reclaim some control of the site. And you just forget about something so sort of like binary with
Dude, someone
someone
that is this good at aiming on top of that wall is a nightmare. But they shouldn't be able to get B main. That's my issue at the moment. I really think, again, in my opinion, LEV, I would have approached it a lot differently.
Like you mentioned, the fact that it's just fish in a barrel for
they should never be able to get through this choke point, in my opinion.
You're on the perfect angle over on A short. Fire away the ult, and well, he had his reward, but it was quickly taken back by Primy's ultimate. 4-4, we're tied up, and again, Odin's bought up on both sides. I gotta say, I enjoyed Governor on the Neon. I'm liking his little attack side Odin so far. It's good to see.
Well, Aspas is going to be the first point
Great
of
flash.
I feel like they flashed
Take a bit of space with it. Okay, so this chat really is a big round. Like, it really is.
So that his impact is
because this number is going to get pretty high
that crazy performance
if
from
Talon win it.
Duelist just yet. He was definitely good
Beast 1625. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate the tier 1. Thank you for the 3 months. Thank you, bro. And Caro Calf as well. Thank you so much for the Prime also. 4 months as well. Thank you very much for the support.
There is going to be the check. It doesn't seem like there was.
Nice little fake over towards here. Fake drone 3 people. We change it up. The 2 holding back a sight. They get through the choke point again. We're out here getting through choke points with this comp. It's criminal. Shots though. That's also criminal. My God, did he hit another?
There's nothing to be recovered here for Governor. I said I've enjoyed his Odin on this attack, but a 1v5 is a little too much to ask.
Gandhi with the Prime, thank you so much for the 5 months also. And Hantu TV, thank you for the Prime also. Appreciate you. Dude, some absolute shots were hit here.
Even though Tex looks up, he's not being shot at from that position, and I think maybe he gets one, but if there's a player up on the wall shooting back at him, I feel like he's almost screwed. So a slight mistake, obviously that happens sometimes with the Sage Wall, and then a fantastic round from Tex. Honestly, like you put the Guardian, we're seeing a lot of great Guardian plays in our matches so far. I think
people are just so talented.
Obviously, Young was insane. Like ace with it, so I feel like it speaks for itself. But 5-4. It really is just a back and forth at this stage. The streak coming out earlier, but LEV starting to stabilize.
This was a crispy round from him.
From Tex.
He bailed him out a little bit. They also got the server ult out of them. And the best thing about it was the econ, right? Now they're in a good spot econ wise.
5-4.
There was really big impact from Tex.
He's about to be flashed, I can tell you that for sure, because it's what happens every time.
Yeah, it's twice now.
Time, he gets his ones.
He might have had more up kills blind than being able to see.
But there was another one.
Yeah, but he's kind of free farming a little bit because because it struggles at getting through these choke points. You know it has to take middle. Like it's pretty much forced to take middle. You have to split unless you're messing up.
To fall back, but
you've lost his sight to it.
Every time he's fallen back, he's become deadlier by the second. It doesn't look like this time there's going to be a flash, but there will be a
I guess there was a spam off and Governor won it, looking at the HPs.
Now they look for this split once again.
Oh, they just suppressed Tex. The trap wire on B lane's not active anymore, and Governor's able to swing as a result. 17 HP. Calm almost got his counterpart, but instead, he's the one spammed down, and Tex has to recover! He's got double and kept them in Bladestorm.
Bro got 2 again.
He has the operator, but he's using this to be the tip of the spear. Already fired off 1 knife and no success found. Paranoia goes through. Cruz and Primy sat on site. Smoke goes up. That keeps them with a little bit of protection.
Aspas, make the space.
Boys. That op's not going to be quite as effective, and even the Bladestorm, a risk will have to be taken.
Aspas
swaps out to the rifle.
Make the space, bro.
The blitz. King's coming in from the laneway, from the stairs. Pardon. The laneway is the Bladestorm. No, the shots don't land. It's messy.
Oh boy,
it's King.
That was close, man.
The line, converting the kills
that was close.
And putting
not the nicest shots on this one.
Scoreboard for LEV.
Yeah, I think the major thing that has now become an issue is pushing into Tex. The last
Tex keeps getting way more than he should. Every time he gets that extra kill, that just makes the round easy. I feel like Tex and Com are doing great work. It was like Com for the first kind of first bit of this half. Now it's Tex. Been a lot of individual stuff. I haven't liked that overall like macro play.
4 of the last 5 rounds going in their direction, and a lot of what was there before was the Primy show. Like, it hasn't been anywhere near as impactful.
Yeah, I feel like these two are just bailing them out
not on the Duelist anymore, but Bans, Phoenix, some of the flashes have caught players, but he has died almost every time.
Yeah, the results haven't been there so far. Still, good early half for TALON. Let's see if they can convert something later on. Caught in the net. Ban will go down. He's not had a good time when it comes to early duels. Rifle recovered at least by Cruz, so they're still in fighting form. But there is going to be a challenge now with this heavy of a disadvantage, with 2 Sentinels on the other side that you're pushing into. They've got to find their result somewhere. And, you know, if Primi was close to a res, maybe, but 4 orbs away, that's a bridge too far. Maybe you can farm them up, though, for the next.
They're hoping someone gives them the fight, and someone will. This time, no flash. And Aspas, he's just about.
Where are we? Where is he?
If anything, his opponent's smoke has actually helped out a little bit. The wall is going to be there to at least block him off, but it's even whether or not it's worth just holding onto the guns at this point, Mitch. I'm not certain that trying to play this 2 versus 5 is really worthwhile for TALON.
It might be better to just hold on to the rifles, I agree with you. Especially for the players that are alive. Those are the ones that have the low credits. It's whether they'll be able to or not. They use the wall up on mid. They're known to be around that position. King was here quick enough to guarantee that they're either locked into that spot
like we swap sides with this.
They've gone short. But he realizes quickly where they actually are as the wall breaks. 6
I
seconds
mean,
left, and look
honestly, five with this comp, if they can get the last round, would be pretty good.
They know Primi's here. They've revealed him, and the swing will delete any possibility of those rifles being carried forward. 7 to 4, 1 round to play for. Such a sick finisher.
Yeah, it is. It's awesome for sure.
Did you read Chronicles 8 A4 page essay on why it's good?
Yeah.
No.
Oh. Nor did Durka, so it's okay.
We are the same person, so.
A4 GG. It's the double the double Sentinel comp is actually like surprisingly sick on attack. But honestly, this comp is really good on defense.
LEV took some time to get going, but
it's very good at just fighting everywhere.
Defensive half, we're getting what we expected. Big individual plays, solid setups to force awkward fights for TALON, and
it maybe can be a little bit weak over towards A. That's what we've seen in the past. They can't really hold A, but you can just put the Sage on A.
Even if they do get the res off, or if they bring someone back from a null command, or even ban Zolt, it's barely been on the board because he hasn't been able to get many kills. They've dealt with it. And other than that 3-round streak, it's been a singular round since.
Well, the utility will be cut out to start this. TALON looking to approach, but, well, Aspas has other ideas. That shot almost lands. A block of ice gets in the way, and the second shot not quite quick enough. He can't go up and over with the updraft, but does some serious damage. Governor, well, he's getting healed up quite a bit. He'll be back up to 100. But Primi has lost his life in the meantime. A little
that's what you get for trying to res.
Mazzino grabs it, Cruz is down, and now they're looking to seize that last player. He won't be in the cocoon,
I mean,
but
great recovery from LEV as well. There was a couple of close rounds, which for sure X and Com bailed them out of. If I'm TALON, no pistol, 4 with this comp, I think that's pretty good. But I don't know, on attack I just think that comp should maybe only be getting 3 rounds, 3, 4 max.
And maybe they'll be able to come back in the next.
It's an okay defensive comp, yeah. The LEV comp's good on attack. Like that, basically what I'm saying is they have to win pistol. The problem for TALON is the comp wants to fight for the mains, but the strength of the deadlock is being able to shut down the mains. I mean, it has to... It wants to get orbs, but it also has to get middle. So it's a weird comp. But yeah, they can struggle for map control. They should have struggled more for map control. I'm surprised they got through the choke points a lot. I'm telling you, common text over towards B, just shut it down. Dude, They could have a lot of fun here. Like Larkin all the time.
In what could be
like
the
no
last
info
of the series.
sentinel.
Talon put up
Definitely
one
luck
hell of a
against
fight
that pretty
on
heavy.
Bind, and it started out well here, but Leviathan, they gained control and they were not letting go.
You got deadlock that could. You got a deadlock that could luck. You got a cipher that could luck. You got com that wants to luck.
It's not weak.
No, not whatsoever.
They got to be. Honestly, no over rotator on a comp that kind of wants to fight and over rotate.
Worried about going into the second half. Again, the main thing with this composition for Talon is just to be that little bit more disruptive, opportunities for second chances. But
any Primi raid bosses? Yeah, there we go.
Cruz as well. His first half is similarly to what we
Another
saw
one.
in the last map, and there needs to be a serious turnaround if they're going to stand any chance in this map.
Yeah, we're going to need to see a different level from Talon. The same level that we saw in the last map, but catching players off guard. It was easier to do on Bind. That was a crazier comp. This one, you're bringing players back from the dead, and often they're still falling flat. Let's see, 8-4, a strong lead for Leviathan, and the pistols have been going well. They find this one, it's another nail in the coffin of the Pacific number 4.
Free pass and push, lose middle, push B main.
What's expected of this defensive side? An early peek, or an early push even, coming all the way through B and come. Well, he spotted it.
He stays alive, yeah, and he waits for his team. Triple swing.
They want to brawl with the side of Talon, but for now
That was cool. It was a cool, cool.
But it's pushing them back in towards Tex, who is now hiding within the site. It seems like they have an idea. Ban definitely has an idea.
Shot, man. This guy is non-stop one-tapping people. Yeah, he's playing too good.
But Tex is going to get that spike, and they're waiting for Jit Boys. It's left on to Primi.
A man who can definitely bring this across the line, even in a tough situation like this. Leviathan need to be careful. They don't know where he is. They found out.
This was a cool pistol round though.
Phenomenal round from him.
Good.
Clean
and
they
made go everywhere, right? We fake over towards middle, create a lot of pressure, then went back over towards A short, creating a lot of pressure here. But they cleared this, cleared short, and then go back to duel the guy over towards middle with Com spotting them out. It was very nice.
The amount of multi-kills he's had with the Guardian, the Ghost in this one, like these are high impact rounds that he's been taken over the line. Now matches up to Primi on the other side of the board, who's
double pistol for them as well.
Him to be.
It's 3-1 overall with the pistols.
There just hasn't been much else.
Tex, oh man, Tex is playing incredible. He's winning so many aim duels.
I'm not surprised, but I'm pleased.
Making space, he's winning angels. He was locking down.
Alongside a lot of pistols,
locking down B on big important rounds.
Carried through, Bulldog and a Spectre. Pretty interesting buy. A lot of potential for it.
He's been very consistent this year. Even when LEV had a bit of a dip at Shanghai, he was pretty much their best player in my opinion.
Giving respect to Talon, and well, I'm very glad that's the case because this squad has earned it.
Like for that LAN, not overall.
Take a look at the map. You can see the spike. It was shifting to the right side alongside Mizzino. They looked like they wanted to hit A. At that point, Talon were stacked up. It looked like a bad call. But now, Talon make their way back to B. They're gambling. You've got classics. Chances are if you play a default, you're just going to lose player after player and then play a retake where you're into the spike. Instead,
let's hold up.
They're gonna roll the
We've got 5 people on site right here. We haven't made any space or gambled with the human drones, and we left it a little bit too late. 40 seconds on this one. I'm nervous.
A lot of utility.
30 seconds left.
The drones are spotted, 3 on site.
Mizzino leading the charge. Shock darts being used to try and soften them up, but it hasn't caused too much in terms of damage. 2 kills or more is needed for this to be costly. There's already the first for the trades. Coming in thick and fast. How has Primi come out with 2? It's now left on to just Aspas.
How does no one know how to play against anti-ecos on attack in this LAN? What's going on here?
A great read, a great gamble from
first
Talon.
DRX now, LEV. Crazy.
I don't know what Cruz saw there because they were starved of information.
Shout out to Talon, man. Talon did good. Good stack for them.
On a site that gives us the best chance. Lots of nasty little angles to hold on B. Let's go for it. And if not, we run.
Wait, that is outrageous.
What? That's outrageous.
Yeah.
Follow up as well.
I agree.
Fan picking up the Spectre and then spraying it down to take Aspas. Well, they might have hoped for the pistol. It looks like they've got something better. Now 1-to-1 in the half.
Okay, Aspas with the hero gun.
Leviathan down to
Full
next
armor.
to no cash. The only thing that they've got to work with in this round is a rifle on Aspas.
The only thing they have is...
the danger is they've got a rifle on Aspas. You need to be very careful about taking a fight against this guy. He's swinging into 2, though. He's realized it now, and he's got Cruz out in the open, 11 HP. There's no way out. Surely he's gone.
He might have distracted enough for them to take this duel. Oh my god.
Oh, I thought Governor might get all of them.
Yeah, I thought that could have been the fastest spray down.
But there was a hope that that could have been the fastest 4K maybe in history. Unfortunately, not going to be the case.
I was very ready for it, Tom. I was very ready. 9-6.
I think that would have been the most excited anybody had ever got for a 4K on Eco players.
Versus Pistols, yeah. Be hailing this man as the best player of all time. He did some good damage, but it doesn't take the cake. We got to see a little more. 9-6, 3-round gap. Rifles out for Leviathan. You've got Talon with a run it back. Ban has it. And defensive side, I'm curious if it's going to be used off rip. I see his position.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
For sure. Nice angle. He's
Remy on 19 was the closest 7 kills.
That can be spammed back on so easily. Instead, trying to catch him on the way through. I love it. Hasn't worked out. No one was there. Reveal goes up. No one there. Not a lot of information to work with for the side of Talon, except that there might be a play coming in towards the A site. 3 players stacked up on A short, Tom. I expect I'm going to see a push coming through. With a smoke up, I don't know if that will delay them or just get them to flash through.
This is the thing. This is the
Phoenix
special from Cruz. He loves to go for these pop-up plays.
Dude, he hit Jit Boys at the back.
The 1-for-1 trade.
No way.
Was lost in the middle. Governor waiting.
No.
It's another kill with the Odin and the spam.
Dude, that's so unlucky. So unlucky.
2 players spotted and they know what
that was crazy, man.
Every piece of information there for the side.
I think he's literally spraying at the Phoenix in the smoke and he hit the guy behind.
5 seconds left. Nade is good. It's forced King back. He can't take the space any longer. Smoke goes down. An attempt to delay them that little bit further.
This is a nice push though. Like this was really good.
The other side of the map.
A lot of pressure over towards middle, take a lot of space.
And it's only 1 player.
These guys can gamble, no?
Governor, Reveal, Shock Dart, and an Odin. He's going to have to do it by himself. If he goes down without a kill, this round may be favored to Lev again.
Odin and Recon.
Again, just holding an off angle. He's not going to get hit, but it's King with the drive-by.
Dude, they did a big push and we didn't have a rotate.
And it's going to have to be the retake.
They were scared of middle, but they should have like slow been going here and they would have had a main map control to lock them in sight.
He can reposition.
Yeah, these two kind of, I mean, I know they were worried about short.
With the attack
but I think you
Odin,
got to start
they're going to hold that back site.
Going back.
Yeah, now this is where the trouble
or at least Governor has to use his recon.
Just firing out shock darts, a little misread on how quickly Talon are looking to take this. Only now stacking up and making the push. They've got Calm, they've got King. It's Aspas to do it.
Bro, he is so fast.
Quick as can be.
It is so fast. It might be the fastest. Out of all the players I've seen, it happens so often, man. He's incredibly fast.
Primi is definitely the guy that was promised to us. Like right now, let's just. I want to see the scoreboard. He is 21-9. The next 3 players on his team combined.
Bro, this insta crouch. This insta crouch messes people up as well. Like everyone's pre-aim. You see how this guy crouches around every single corner? Every aim, and he doesn't hold his crouch down, he taps it, so your hitboxes do it. So imagine this is everyone's head, right? You're going out over towards the site, you're peeking. Everyone's aim is like here, right? This is your crosshair. But he's tapping the crouch, that means that his head's down here. But then he's going back up anyway. So it's just like that little thing that makes your first bullet miss. And does he do this all the time? Does he crouch every single corner? I feel like he's done it the whole map.
Exactly. Someone does just run
he taps crouch every single time, but it's not like an insta crouch hold. It's a tap to make sure you miss the first bullet. It's kind of sick. Bro's explaining crouching. Yeah, but it's not like a normal crouch. It's an insta tap of it. That's it.
But yeah, I have to say, they were right this time around.
Like most people that used to do this would like crouch commit, and then everyone go, oh, I need to unban crouch because I'm committing too much. This guy's just tapping it once.
He's single-handedly carrying this squad.
It's like a fast release. He's like standing up, but they've already missed the first bullet.
Still 2 rounds behind.
That's cool.
The difference on the other side is, yeah, we are seeing more of a team performance.
He's also insanely fast, bro.
Pad the gap until someone else rises to the occasion. That would be nice for the side of Talon. Like I said, they're definitely still on the back foot here. But this round, going to be a couple of rifles. The Guardian in Tex and Aspas's hands, you can always have high hopes. And actually the A site relatively open. It looks like almost an immediate attempt for a retake setup. I don't know if King's going to get out of this one alive. He will, and well, unfortunately the lurk of Tex has been dealt with. Aspas though has gotten walkabouts and even things right back up.
It was up in heaven a bit quicker than they were expecting.
You can go res.
Keeping things
and Primi's like, well, they're probably holding my res. And does Mazzino try and ult? But they would just spam it, so you can't really ult.
Now the advantage is there for Talon. And the flank from Ban
is definitely ult off of his contact.
There's no way they check it. Curious to see his
save your ult,
in this
it's fine.
round. Spam
Except the round's done.
Down, that's only the pistol. It's Aspas that I'm worried about. He's up top, looking for the fight.
What a flash.
Is absolutely
oh my God.
Perfect. Can't see a thing. And now he's left alone to do it all and cruise up
pretty good.
Close, quick
Pretty solid.
him out.
Was this a low buy?
I'd love to just have a counter for how many times Aspas has been holding an angle ready to fight and a pop flash gets him.
Yep.
Like, yeah, I know they've got a lot of flashes, but even still, it always seems to be in the right place to just cause issues for him.
Yeah, maybe we get a replay.
To cruise and back
Cabicel, thank you so much. Thank you with the 12 months. Appreciate the prime. Looting settings have a crouch release at 0.1. Wait, how would you know this?
Like even a 2v2 scenario or even like a little
that is a no-scope.
Less.
That is for sure a no-scope.
Isolate one of those fights and potentially battle back, but they are so
able to tap and release it unbelievably fast. He has it on his Twitch. Oh, okay.
Yeah, they have a lot of flashes. In the last round, they didn't even use any of Ban's.
Yeah, you can see it. You can literally see it with every single angle he takes.
Rounds where they're only firing 1 or 2.
People will start doing this.
Single time. They're putting Lev on the back
because people started doing this anyway on like ghost pistol rounds. You notice in pistol rounds people will like crouch way more just to make sure that the hitbox is harder. Buy rounds you don't see it too much.
Someone like Primi delivering this level of play is unfathomable. LEV have taken a bit of control. We've seen this a couple of times in Americas. They're putting their trap outside A, stopping any aggressive peeks. Again, if you're going to peek that, you're going to do it with a flash. You're not going to shift walk it. You're going to swing it. That's when the trap's going to get you.
Nice shot, man.
Well, that's the man
that's the pick. That is the pick you want to have. The raid boss down.
Yeah, no matter how many kills he gets. He's going to get caught. Annihilation utilized. There's nobody even remotely close to try and deny that one from happening. That's an easy kill for Mazzino. A lot of the time,
this is a good push again. Every single time though, Talon reactively lose over towards short or duel over towards short heavy with people, they push behind. Hello? Wait, did they not?
But he doesn't get anything for it.
I'm gonna say, did they not ult?
Too good. The pop flash is great, but so is the net. Well, Governor, it's going to be the same again. Good round from
LEV needed this. Money-wise, LEV really needed this because this money is out of control for Talon. So
big round from Mazzino's deadlock. You're seeing some of the potential, not just in the obviously Annihilation getting a kill, the fact that you have the net then trapping the player who can't evade and get back into the smoke or even use his movement.
X is so close to his monitor, he can't see the minimap. Yeah, I mean, everyone gets the info though. They can't all be that close. He is close to his monitor though. Not wrong.
But
how many times have we seen Ban full blind someone and then immediately die? I know that this is an occasion where it's like, okay, there's nothing you can do. Yeah. But it's like
slow-mo on this one. Okay.
Blind upping him a couple of times. Like, it's got to be like he obviously won't have too much of an idea, but it's got to be really irritating.
It definitely gets spooky though when you saw Jit Boys get behind mid with the reveal coming in from Cypher, and still no one's looking at him. Yeah. But King recovered, little triple to finish it off, and 10-8 with the last pause from Talon being used here and now. They know that Leviathan are about to enter the home stretch. Talon's economy is good, and they can bounce into the next round even if they lose this with a bye. So this is a very essential
I'm kind of slimy with the prime. Nice name. Thank you for the
again, looking
prime.
at history, looking at
Appreciate the
Talon,
support.
looking at Xerxia, looking at X10. This map was the map. This was the map where they did damage to
Yeah, so
like
this is Twitch
back
name.
in the day. This was their defensive side as well. They always had these cool little awkward trap plays.
Does that mean something different these days?
I think the
Probably. Shano, 92 with the prime. Thank you so much.
That pop flash over the top of mid with KO because they were always doing stuff like that.
Chat, lock in
trap plays.
with 10-8.
I have no doubt.
Stop doing the cat
they
face.
have plenty of depth and ideas. But once the streak is
Bro.
broken, I think it's
look at this, bro. He's got over double everyone's skills. It's so stupid.
Okay.
Okay.
Done it off this. We were patient. We were controlled.
On one away from an ult.
We didn't fall into any
Cruz
of the
has
traps.
ult to cancel the ult.
We can now just sort of
Aspas
like
attack
push off
op.
at this moment. So he wants to try and deny that, get his players' heads back in the game, because up until this point, the defensive side has looked great.
Snus Flipper with the prime, and Jim P is my pal as well with the 3 months.
One bump in the road.
Thank you so much, you two.
Let's see if it's going to shake Talon, or if they can get right back into the rhythm.
Got a Phoenix
Early
op.
peek from the operator of Ban. The same can be said for Aspas. He's looking for a mistake to be made. Nobody on the A site. Talon playing much further back.
Okay, so A main. Insert one over towards A main. Now they take short because reactively they've been pushing over towards A main.
Although the Hunter's Fury is activated, looking for some victims.
What a shot from
Nice
Jip Boys.
kill coming in from Jip Boys. The numbers stay favored for Talon, and they've got the control.
Wait, are they going to win this map?
With the
This was a good
wall
round
inside
from
B main,
them.
but they've rotated fully, leaving that side of the
Jip
map
Boys
open.
just got the most important kill.
It's mainly middle where the biggest threat will be.
As we've really left B.
I think the timing for Primi is
We've really
perfect.
over-rotated
He
here.
knows when that wall is going to break. Makes his way back
All good.
into the
Primi
side before
had his wall on
anybody
B.
could
Got full
possibly
info that no one
get
could have
through.
taken that timing at least. Had to have gone through
The only
market.
problem is middle, and there you
Leaking
go.
in mid of
It's been
market. That's a
completely
big kill.
abandoned.
Primi's got to go huge here,
Governable
just like he
four,
has it
puts
every
things
round.
Back into an even scenario and puts the pressure back onto this young man again. 14 seconds left. They've dashed past, but he's repositioned. Looking to hold the line, and Aspas obliterates him. Not this time.
Is that my bad? I don't really know on that one.
To try and pull this back for Talon.
Mossy is bad. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate the prime. Thank you for the whole year.
Not that useful here realistically, and with Jip Boys walking it
3v4.
through, the flash was there to fight out of the smoke.
Talon.
They didn't expect
Talon,
someone
Talon,
to be in
Talon.
it, and running through his own nade. Cruz gonna try
Whoa.
to make it work.
Oh my goodness.
You can see it, the writing on the wall. It could have been the play. Instead, Leviathan push up to 11, now 2 away from taking the series 2-0.
3v4.
And that scoreline won't
That's
represent
a
how close this
giant
is
round to lose here, I'm not gonna lie to you.
you.
Guy at middle wasn't ready for the push. They kind of over-rotated a little bit.
Attacks again. That missed the impact. Every single time he's just finding a gap, finding a spot, and well, Aspas just jumping into the site. I love the way that Cruz's brain works, though. I made jokes in the last map with his TPs, but the fact he throws a fragment down,
I mean, this was good, though. Made a lot of... We insert one over towards A main, make a lot of pressure over towards... Sure. Pivot over towards middle once we're taking a little bit of B main control.
And he did. The flash was
He
sublime.
almost had it.
Yeah.
Well, shots were close. Not close enough. 11 to 8.
The ults are scary here. Like, you've got yourself that Hunter's Fury for Calm. I feel like it always has impact, like almost every single time. Like, the guy is so good at putting it into play at the perfect moment. And also, they're waiting with the operator. As you said, there is that sensor, there's the sound. You're not just going to dry peek that. And so Aspas immediately has the information and has the protection. If they were to actually try and push that, they're going to be dead.
I think in a normal fight they would be. Add to that the stun for sure. I like Ban's position. A nice try. The shot doesn't quite connect. Paranoia forces him back. He's got
Did
support.
they just cancel with the KO?
He's been spotted. Mazzino needs to decide
and again, they've
whether he wants to commit to
over-rotated.
this, and it looks like he does. Caught Cruz. Down he goes. Can be revived,
round
but
now.
the time's starting to run out and no one close enough to do so.
Reactively,
That's a
Talon have
player
gone back
down.
to taking over towards A,
Leviathan,
but their coach
5
is
versus
furious that
4
they haven't
with
left one
control
over towards
the
A
site.
again.
But yeah, Jip Boys had some serious success here.
What is this
catching
lurk
them
on
off.
lurk?
He couldn't find the kills, but this time it's different.
It's only going to be the one.
I don't think it matters. Everyone else goes down over towards site.
Too late. This could be
Oh my god, he melted him.
Primi, and he wants a little bit more. Feeling it
Dude,
at this point.
the...
Will finally come in, but look, the wall is blocking off
I
another.
tell you,
And Aspas just
these
holding
two
onto the
kill
angle.
people
Got
so
much still to play
fast.
with Jip Boys. Well,
It's
he's gonna try
so
and bring himself
fast.
back from the dead, and he will. But they're just running away from him. They're avoiding him. They want him to try and make a play through this, and in the meantime, Aspas is still holding
Hey, very
on
nicely
to
done,
heaven.
yeah. And like I think that like TALON are doing good stuff. Like this reactive push over towards A is working all the time. That everyone else has kind of died over towards short here. Also like the mid rounding here from LEV. They wanted to do a fake over towards short here, but as soon as this kill goes down, they scrap their plan in middle and they group up and they just into hit site.
Allows them to swing without
so that was really
about
nice.
The site itself. The fact that he wins that is slightly ridiculous, and well, stuck around but didn't show himself. So eventually, Governor got a little distracted.
Okay,
hell of a turnaround as well. Governor,
four chances.
You can see on that duelist on Neon, he was unbelievable. Now, a little bit more of a struggle there. That can be said for the squad of TALON as well. 4 chances to close this out. Hunter's Fury still there for Calm, but Ban has his own ultimate. Oh, see where this goes.
They've caught him with
That's sick though.
So
yeah, that is cool. It's the Hiko. It's the Hiko, but then they have a the Hiko recon over towards tree, but then you have the cage and you have the gravnet here as well, so you have double chance of like actually boxing people in over towards tree. Incredible.
Well, at least he gets to run it back. Another chance.
They could have walked it back.
They've got like all of the classic rounds, and they've just added deadlock util to make it better.
I almost hate
nice.
You for it.
The EG one over towards here. They had like the old Hiko ult strat here.
It's been interesting, but here is their final stand potentially.
And that knife was really good though. Does it even matter?
Follows up as well. Governor and Primi, 2 big
and what a strat to pull out here. That was cool. This was a pretty fun game in the end.
3 more rounds after. It's not an easy feat, and it's left just to this man. He's shy of an ace. 4 more kills needed to lock it in, to close this round, and then look for 3 more. It's a long road back. And it looks like Leviathan have done it. The time ticking away, and 3-man firing squad waiting for the swing. It's done. America's number one.
Nicely done. 2-0. It's close though, especially the first map. Double pistol here helped LEV out a little bit as well. But yeah, some really good rounds with the deadlock util.
They're probably going to get bullied out of this server. And they're just going